Mahalo to HawaiiActivities.com for sponsoring this video. For more Hawaii videos, make sure you're subscribed and click that notification bell so you're alerted every time we post a new video.
Aloha, I'm Mariam, and this is Yes to Hawaii. We make Hawaii videos take the guesswork out of planning your trip. As always, I'll leave timestamps in the description box below, so feel free to skip around the video for the parts that you came here for. In this video, I share with you 14 of my favorite things to do here on the island of Oahu. If you're still in the itinerary planning phase of your vacation, this video is for you. These are just a few of my favorites here on the island in no particular order. Number 1. Walk Waikiki. If this is your first time to the island of Oahu, you leave Honolulu Airport, you head into Waikiki to check into your Waikiki hotel. One thing you definitely should do is walk Waikiki. Unlike other places, Waikiki is completely walkable and very accessible. I've seen some new visitors park their car in the hotel valet and then immediately afterwards get back in the car to drive around Waikiki. Skip that step. Waikiki is incredibly walkable. Shopping, restaurants, beaches, it's very easy and convenient to get there by walking. Two main areas that I would recommend would be either walking along the main street, Kalakaua Avenue, or you can also walk along the sidewalk or promenade from the Hilton Hawaiian Village. You can start at the Hilton Hawaiian Village and walk along the main promenade or sidewalk all the way down to Outrigger Reef. That entire area will be paved. If you're curious about what that looks like, you can check out any of these videos from our Waikiki Now series to see what it looks like and to give you ideas for points of interest to check out. Number 2 is to visit the sunflower fields. Now keep in mind, this is seasonal. Some friends and I went to go check out the sunflower fields. We went to Waimanalo Country Farm and it was absolutely gorgeous. Tickets are around $10. We had some time inside of the sunflower fields to take photos, explore a little bit, and also try Waimanalo lemonade, which is absolutely delicious and amazing. I would highly recommend it. I'll leave a link in the description box below for their website. If you decide to go to the sunflower field, make sure you check the website first to see if the sunflowers are in bloom during the time that you arrive. Number 3 is a sunset catamaran ride. One of the best places to catch sunset here on Oahu, I would say, would be on the water. Now the sunset catamaran rides come in a couple different options. You can opt to do a beach catamaran, where, as the name implies, you board the catamaran on the beach itself. So walking on the sand, in the water, boarding the boat. There is no dock. Option number 2 is a docked catamaran. That might work out better if you're looking to dress up for your catamaran ride, or if you're with somebody who has mobility issues and would prefer to be on an actual pier or dock to board the boat for the easiest boarding. Now, as for the catamarans, whether you choose beach catamarans or docked catamarans, there's options for everyone and every budget. There's some that are BYOB, some that include drinks only, and some that include drinks and appetizers. I'll leave links in the description box below for some of my favorites. Number 4 is to explore the island. Now, if you know me in real life, you know I like Waikiki. And a lot of that is due to the convenience of being in Waikiki. There's, like I said, shopping, dining, beaches, and it's all within walking distance. But you've got to leave the concrete jungle of Waikiki to explore the island. You can opt to do this on your own by getting a rental car and driving around the island. You can also opt to do this with a guided tour. Now the guided tours can either be group guided tours, or you can opt to do a private guided tour. You can also check out some of these videos here to give you ideas on points of interest you might want to check out around the island. Number 5 is heading up to the North Shore to check out the big wave surf. Now, keep in mind, this is also seasonal. Our big wave surf season typically runs from December till February. If you're lucky enough to be here on the island during a surf competition, I would highly recommend that you drive up to the North Shore and check it out. The energy of the event, the surfers, the people, it's amazing, and I would definitely recommend it. Number 6 is to visit Pearl Harbor. For most people, when they visit Pearl Harbor, they'll visit the 2 main museums as well as the USS Arizona Memorial. In addition to that, there are other attractions that you can visit, such as the USS Battleship Missouri. That's where the surrender treaty was signed, which ended World War II. The Aviation Museum, and the USS Bowfin Submarine and Submarine Museum. I'll leave links in the description box below for virtual tours that I've done of each of the different attractions. That way you can decide which attractions that you want to visit. In these videos, I've done my best to show as much of the attraction as possible, so that way if accessibility is an issue, you're able to see what each attraction looks like and how accessible it is for you. Number 7 is to hike. I absolutely love hiking here on the island. There's literally something for everyone. Whether it's a beginner hike, intermediate hike, advanced hike, there's lots of options. If you're a first timer hiking here in Hawaii, you can check out this video for 33 things to pack on a day hike in Hawaii. I've also made a few different videos showing different hikes from the island. The most popular hike to do here on the island for visitors is Diamond Head Crater. Diamond Head Crater is one of those well-maintained, well-trafficked hikes that I'm super comfortable to do even on my own. You can check out this video to see a little bit more about the terrain and see if it's the hike for you. Other hikes that I enjoyed were Manoa Falls, Aiea Loop Trail, Makiki Valley Loop Trail, and there's tons more. For some people, if you prefer a guided tour, you can check out this video for reasons why you might enjoy a guided tour. Some of those reasons might include you prefer to have somebody pick you up and drop you off from the hike, you enjoy the idea of having a guide, and you might want to learn a little bit more about the history of the area that you're hiking in, plus about the different plants that are within the hike itself. In general, no matter what hike you do, make sure you have a hiking buddy to go along with you. Number 8 is Kaneohe Sandbar. This is arguably, again, one of the best things you can do here on the island. I actually just recently went to Sandbar a couple weeks ago. We did a private charter to get out to the Sandbar, and it was so much fun. The company that we went with offers private charters, or you can also do group charters to get you out there. The main ways to get out to the Sandbar are going to be either taking a boat ride out there or by kayaking to it. The Sandbar is pretty cool. It's essentially a beach in the middle of the ocean. Keep in mind, it does depend on the ocean conditions. I've been out to the Sandbar where the water was so shallow it was only up to my ankles, and then other times I've been out there, the water was as deep as my hip. Number 9 is see Oahu by air. Now I put it in my favorite things to do, however, this isn't something I do regularly. It was so much fun that I definitely want to share it with you guys. Over the past 8 years that I did work as a concierge, I've probably done 10 or 15 helicopter rides across Oahu, Maui, Big Island, and Kauai. And this helicopter ride that I did was a doors-off flight that landed at Kualoa Ranch and is probably one of the best helicopter rides I've ever done. You could check out this video if you wanted to see some more aerial views of the island. Now that leads me into my next favorite thing to do, and that is Kualoa Ranch. Kualoa Ranch is also known as Jurassic Valley, and it is the place where many Hollywood movies are filmed. Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, Godzilla, 50 First Dates, the list is endless, and there's so much that you can do there. There's electric bikes, ATVs, horseback riding, zip lining, movie sites tours. There's a lot for all ages, all activity levels, and all budget. One of my favorite things to do at Kualoa Ranch was the ATV tour in a side-by-side ATV. Now, I've done the single rider ATVs in the past, however, because of the setup of the tour, I personally enjoyed the side-by-sides better. With the single rider ATVs, you're going in a straight line, a straight single file line. So you have to keep both your hands on the handlebars, and if you see something off to the distance and you want to tell your friends about it, you can't really do that because they're 20 feet behind you. However, with the side-by-sides, those hold up to 6 people, so you can be with your friends, chatting, taking photos, and so forth. If you're a party of 4, you can all ride in the same ATV. If you wanted to have more drive time, you could split up 2 and 2 and still go on the same route with more drive time. Next is a luau. If it's your first time here on the island of Oahu, I would definitely recommend doing a luau. There's a lot of different options that you can check out. Now keep in mind, a luau is a feast. You'll have food, entertainment, a show, not to be confused with Polynesian dancing. So for some people, they want to see Polynesian dancing, but the food aspect isn't on the top of their list. Other places that you can check out Polynesian dancing free of charge is at the International Marketplace at their weekly hula shows. I'll leave a link in the description box below for their website and their schedule so you can check out free hula shows here in Waikiki. However, I would still recommend that you do a luau. It's an experience and I would highly recommend it. This is one of my favorites and I absolutely loved it. The Royal Hawaiian Luau was located here in Waikiki. Food was great, convenient location, great show. I've also left links in the description box below for some of my other favorite luau's here on the island of Oahu. I'll also leave a link on 6 questions to ask before booking a luau if you're still in the planning stage of your vacation. Number 12 is to snorkel. There's different parts of the island that you can snorkel here on the island of Oahu. One of the most popular places is Hanauma Bay. With this specific bay, it is a nature preserve, so you'll go out onto the beach itself and snorkel directly from the beach itself. Another fun option is Turtle Canyon. Turtle Canyon is a turtle cleaning station where turtles go to get their shells cleaned by the fish, and the only way to really get out there is by boat. There's tons of snorkel boats that take you out to Turtle Canyon, and as I'm sure you can tell, I've been out there many times on a few different boats. I'll leave links in the description box below for some of my favorites and a review of each. Next is to relax at a spa. This is a splurge, but it's nice. Quite a few hotels do have spas on property that offer massages and other spa services. There's also some value spas if you go just off the main strip, which is on Kalakaua Avenue, and if you go just past it on Kuhio Avenue or the side streets, there are some other value spas as well. One of my favorite spas is the Infinity Spa at the Outrigger Waikiki Beach Resort. Now, the Outrigger Waikiki is the same Outrigger that the restaurant Duke's Waikiki is in, not to be confused with their sister property, the Outrigger Reef. It's a smaller spa on the penthouse level of the Outrigger Waikiki, and it's gorgeous. The rooftop has some really cool views, and it's a great place to catch sunset. And lastly is to go shopping. If you're here on vacation, you're most likely going to buy souvenirs for yourself and friends and family back home. Now, there are the usual shopping spots: Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center, International Marketplace, and Ala Moana Shopping Center. Now, Ala Moana Shopping Center is the world's largest open-air shopping center. But there are other options. Hear me out. There are local farmers markets where you can not only purchase produce, but also arts and crafts. You can also get local, out-of-the-box souvenir options. For example, I had a friend that was visiting not too long ago. We headed up to the farmers market for souvenirs. He ended up buying locally made Manoa honey and locally made Hawaiian chocolate, both of which are purchased at the farmers market, but a nice out-of-the-box souvenir that you can eat. In Waikiki, there's also Duke's Lane. This is the remnants of the old International Marketplace with kiosks where you could buy souvenirs. There's also the ABC stores, which are pretty much on every block of Waikiki. There's also the Ross on Seaside Avenue that has a section of Hawaiian souvenirs that you can purchase. And then just outside of Waikiki, there's a Target and a Walmart just by the Ala Moana Shopping Center. Both of those stores have a section for Hawaiian souvenirs that are at reasonable prices. If you like videos like this one, definitely make sure to like this video so I know to make more itinerary videos. Make sure to check out our itinerary idea playlist, which I'll leave a link in the description box below. I hope you guys liked this video and found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And if there's any other Hawaii videos you'd like to see, definitely leave them in the comments down below.